What's going on, you guys? This is Ushanka here, and today I am on my day off. It's Monday, um, and it is a sunny, rainy day here in Southern California. It's been raining for about the past week, on and off, and today I had the day off, so just catching up on the news. I've sort of just been taking a back seat to the news when it came down to the coronavirus. Every day, up to the minute, just constant talk about the coronavirus and who else got infected and what celebrity got infected and all that stuff. So it's like you can't even watch news. I mean, hell, Kenny Rogers died the other day, and there was nothing on the news about that. It was just I'm not saying I'm not a big Kenny Rogers fan, but Kenny Rogers didn't even get like a little news clip or anything. It's just the coronavirus has just been overtaking that, which I get. It's a global crisis and pandemic, but you know, hey, at least squeeze something like that in. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't, but I haven't seen it. So, anyways, um, so the one thing I wanted to talk about today is it involves with the coronavirus, but it also involves with the stupidity of Congress. Okay, now some of the Democrats over there, like Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, them and their infinite wisdom decided to shut down for a second time the stimulus package, the over $1 trillion stimulus package that was a bipartisan bill. That means both Democrats and Republicans both agreed and put through to go get it voted in and signed into effect. But Democrats like Pelosi and Schumer and others, I don't know who, basically said no to that for the second time. Now, if you don't know what the little stimulus package is, it's basically over $1 trillion that will go to, um, basically, if you're around the news, where uh, you're going to get a check from the government, depending on your family, if you're married, if you have kids. It's basically like $1,000 to like maybe a $2,000 check, and it's to bail out businesses, small business owners, people who are out of a job, people who've been laid off, people who just have a job but they just haven't been making the money, the hours, and they could, they probably won't be able to pay their bills. They, living paycheck to paycheck, especially here in California, where it could be up to 8 weeks, where you know people might not be able to go back to their jobs. I mean, I still fortunately have a job. It's just on my end, it's just the weather is just crashing my hours. But with people in restaurants, movie theaters, certain department stores that are non-essential to, keeping the virus from spreading, um, they are officially, closed. So, to help those people out who are just, struggling from paycheck to paycheck and not making any hours at all, this stimulus package was supposed to help them. And Congress was, it was a bipartisan bill. So there were Democrats and Republicans. Democrats were saying it was a slush fund, that it was just going to be another pot of money that was just going to be going to the Federal Reserve and going to corporations and, you know, bailing just the corporations out and leaving the people who don't have a job, with nothing, which is totally not true. So, like the title of my video says, Democrats are idiots. This is probably the dumbest thing that I've ever seen Democrats do. And I'm not even going to call out on all Democrats. This is just for the ones who are voting no for it. And I know for a fact it would be Schumer and Pelosi who are voting no on it. These people are idiots. These people are only looking out for one thing and one thing only, and that's themselves. They don't care about the public. They don't care about the population. They don't care about people's jobs. They don't care about the economy. They don't give a shit about the economy. You know why they don't? Because Trump is still in office. And if this economy can crash, they got someone to blame. Trump. I mean, even Bill Maher, like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, went on his late night show on HBO, and he said, I wish there was an economic crash, so that way we can, blame Trump. Did that just so that way he could blame Trump. Now, that was Bill Maher saying he's just a Democratic, Hollywood comedian, whatever. But a lot of people like him think alike, and that just goes to show you that these Democrats who voted no for the stimulus package are, they're only looking out for themselves. They're greedy bastards. And, they're doing another thing. They're also digging their own holes. They're also proving to the American people that, hey, I'm not going to vote Democrat again because, they didn't pass this stimulus package because of the Democrats. And the reason why it's still being on hold is because with this $1 trillion that could be granted, the Democrats want to enforce, and not enforce, but they want to add on the limit of carbon emissions from jet aircraft, like the airliners. They want to embark on, with using this money, for racial diversity in the workplace, and basically stuff for the Green New Deal. So, limiting or expanding green energy, or Nancy Pelosi said, "Oh, stop suing the Affordable Care, stop pursuing the destruction of the Affordable Care Act." There's all these agendas that they're after. They want to worry about a Green New Deal, carbon footprinting, helping the air and the earth and all that stuff, electric cars and all that crap. And meanwhile, we're at a global pandemic here, where people are either getting sick, losing their lives, losing their jobs, or not being able to pay for their car payments, phone, gas, water, electricity, trash, apartment. People who are out of work, who can't get that. And this will just be a helping hand to help people who just, aren't going to be able to pay for much, who could go homeless. Something that could wreck the economy if it's not taken care of now. But the Democrats, they have their little agendas, and their agendas are not for the lookout of the American people. Their lookout is for themselves and their self-interests. That's what they want. So be on the lookout for this stimulus package. I have no idea what's going to happen next after this. Maybe it'll go through. They've been talking about it like all day. You've had Republicans, you've had Mitch McConnell, Ted Cruz, had a senator from Kentucky, talking about this and basically calling the Democrats out, saying, "What the hell are you guys doing? You guys are idiots. This is not some sort of slush fund. This is not some sort of thing to take advantage of, people and give all the money to big companies." I mean, Ted Cruz basically put it together like this. He's like, with this $1 trillion, stimulus package, we could use, we're using this for the people, and the Democrats would love to use it for all their personal interests and all their personal gains, like the green energy and all that stuff. He said, "I would love to use some of this money to go after, for example, the IRS." He's like, "I would use this money to put an end to the IRS." And he's like, "I'm not going to, because I'm looking out for the economy. I'm looking out for the good of the American people." And majority of Republicans and Democrats who agree with the bill agree with them on the same thing. So anyways, keep a lookout on that. Remember, don't vote Democrat, don't vote blue, and we'll see you in the next video.